What's going on, everybody? So today I am here to do an update for you, and basically a lot has gone on for the past few weeks, and I've just been super busy. I've been working, I've been doing things. I also have really exciting news for you guys, and I'm just going to give you guys kind of like an update and things that are kind of going on, and give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek, I guess, into what's going to be going on for the new year. So first off, I just want to start off with work. So firstly, I will be doing a lot of like drive with me's and stuff like that. So okay, so here's the thing. I got my license in back in April for my security license. I became a security guard back in April. I got licensed for it. I did my CPR. I then decided that I didn't want to pursue anything towards security because I just wasn't ready. So later on, like a few months later in June, my mom and stepdad, they bought me for my birthday a driver's ed. And if you guys don't know, a lot of security positions, or like just a lot of positions that are in like the like service kind of industry, um, if you will, it kind of doesn't make sense, but anyways, so to be a security guard, you do need to have a G license or a G2 license here in Ontario. And if you guys don't know what a G2 is, it's just a probationary kind of license to getting your full license. So it's like the next step to getting your full license. So with a G2, you could drive on your own. Okay, so we'll start off with a G1. So a G1, you have to basically have somebody with you, and they have to be fully licensed themselves. So I went to driver's ed back in June. I filmed it. We did some vlogs. Well, I did some vlogs but way back then. A lot of things kind of happened then. So my mom and my stepdad got me that for my birthday, and then I've just been driving and doing things towards learning how to drive. I did my driver's ed course, I did some instructor lessons, and then basically that was it. So that was one thing that happened recently. The other thing, besides my security license, so that's two things. Um, Besides that, I've been working, and I've had about 3 jobs since then. So I've worked in a shoe store, actually for 4 jobs. Yeah, I worked in a Shoppers Drug Mart, which is just a drugstore that sells like medication, food, just your average small drugstore. Um, so I worked there, and I really enjoyed that job, but then they couldn't offer me hours, so I did have to go and find something else. So as I was working there, I was also working in a shoe store, and I really enjoyed working there too. But then it just got harder, and it just became a little bit more stressful because the hours weren't as much as I wanted, and there wasn't like there wasn't just enough hours to be able to pay my bills, and the pay, like the wage that I was making compared to working in the drugstore was minimum wage. The shoe store was under minimum wage, but you get commission, and even if you got commission, some days were really good, some days really sucked, and that really hit me hard because I've got bills to pay. I've got rent, I've got credit, I got student loans, I've got insurance, and all of this that just adds up to pay, and it just wasn't enough. So I ended up having to quit the shoe store, and I moved into a call center. And the call center was for an insurance company, and I worked there for about a couple months. And now, like, it worked out fine. But last week, I just decided that I was going to go into a security location and ask for a job there. Luckily, I was able to get a job that is paying more than anything that I've ever worked for. So, my call center job was like $3 or $4 above. So I was making $18 at the call center, and I was making that hourly, and I was working 40 hours a week, and that really helped me pay my bills. But I went into the security location. I said I have my security license. I showed them proof. I showed them CPR proof and first aid proof and just a couple other things that were required for a security position. And they basically said they have an opportunity for me and they offered it to me. So I took it. And this job is now paying me more than what the call center was making, and the shoe store, and what the drugstore was paying me. So now I am making above what I was making before, which is even better, because the way that I look at it is, even though I started off making minimum wage and then I went to below minimum wage and then I went to above minimum wage, but now I am above minimum wage. Like, more than enough, making for a beginner, like, entry level position. And I'm just I'm really excited to actually get into this job, because this job is just something that I really want to work myself up to doing, even though I've had those jobs prior to what I'm doing now. I'm still really feeling like this is probably something that will give me a better route down the run, like in the future, and I'm just excited for it. So anyway, so that's my job situation. Going back to my drivers, so I got my G1 back in June, and I was able to wait 8 months until November 27th at like 12:15 p.m. or something, and I got my license. So I am now legally able to drive alone, and I also got a car. And I'm going to be filming a lot of car vlogs and doing a lot of drive with me's, things that involve my car, and I'm going to show you the car that I got. And once it's fixed up and ready and on the road, then I will be sharing with you guys more videos towards those things. I'm also going to do a couple videos with some friends. We've been talking, and I've been talking about doing drive with me's, or like starting a channel with one of my best friends, and I've been just thinking of ideas and coming up with ideas with them, and it's just been a very busy month. Besides that, I got like I said, I got a car, but I got a car for Christmas, and it was from my family, and I am very thankful to everyone who has pitched in to help out and get this car for me, because for myself, I couldn't see myself buying a vehicle, but as now that I do have a vehicle, I know what there is to, like, basically what responsibilities come with it and what you really need to make sure and have money towards for. So I do need to know that there's parts that you have to buy for emergencies, like just in case something breaks down, maybe your brakes go and you gotta redo the brakes. So you gotta pay for brakes, you gotta pay for the service to have it, a mechanic fix it. And thankfully I have a dad who loves to work on vehicles and who does work on vehicles all the time, and he's thankfully offered to fix my car for me. So with that being said, that stuff is going on. I am working, I am doing that. I'm waiting for my car to get on the road so that I can go back to work, and well, I can still go to work, but basically I'm waiting for my car so that I can go to other locations that are further and that will give me more experience and maybe even a higher pay wage. And it's just been a really, really good part of the year. Like the past few months have been really good for me. It's been really hard at times, but I have reached the level where it has gone from really low and really like deep and stressful and hard and like the bottom to the bottom of being at the bottom. Like if that makes any sense. But I have been at the lowest part of my life, and now I am slowly making my way up, and it's just getting easier. Like bills are paid, things are coming off my credit, things that need to be like that were in collections because of my credit, things are actually being pulled out of my collections and taken out of my credit, which means that my score is going up. And it's just a lot has happened and a lot of good things have happened. On the other side, this one over here, this little girl, she is not doing the greatest. I mean, she's had better days, but nowadays I'm kind of realizing like she is reaching the elderly stage in her life and things are happening and I'm noticing it. And she is my little baby. As you can see, she's laying on my pillow. But I'm starting to realize like there's nothing I can really do until something really happens, and I don't want to let it get to that point. Like I want her to live her life as long as she can, and then when it is her time, then I will be putting her to sleep. And I think her time is slowly coming because she is laying in the closet. She is doing a lot of things that elderly cats show the symptoms of being sick. And it's not just because she's not eating or she's not drinking or she's not using the litter box. I mean, she's doing all of those things. She eats like a little piggy. She drinks water all the time. She uses her litter box. But there is certain things that happen that show me that she is getting ill, and I'm starting to realize it. And now that I'm starting to work more and I'm barely ever home, it makes me feel like I'm not capable to help her when she needs the help. And I think her time is going to be coming up very, very soon. And as much as I don't want to put her down, I think I may have to because I feel like it might be the right thing to do. I I just don't know. I don't want to put her down, but it might be easier for me to find my own apartment and be able to rent with a couple of my best friends. Um, or be able to move into an apartment that doesn't allow animals and live in a building that's close to work. Um, Certain things like that. A lot of places don't allow animals these days, and it's really, really hard to find somewhere to accept a cat, especially because she is furred, and fur cats cause a lot of allergies. And yeah, it's just been a really hard time trying to find an apartment. But financially, I'm able to support myself now that I'm working and now that I've been able to save enough. Um, Besides that, what else has happened since I've posted last? Yeah, that's basically it. So I've got a car and I'm excited to film, and I'm extremely tired. Um, but I'm excited to start a new chapter and a new year with a new car, and I no longer have to have anybody in the vehicle with me, and I'm just excited to start driving on my own and experience like new beginnings, and it's just a start. But anyways, I'm going to be sharing all of this with you guys along the way, and just stay tuned because like I said, I do want to start posting, and I think in January I will be posting more often. I want to set a schedule for my work schedule, and then, excuse me, I want to have a schedule for filming for YouTube and doing it as a hobby because I do enjoy it, and this is something that I enjoy doing, and I've given up on it for a very long time, and I think it's time to come back and realize that my break is over and a new year is about to start, and it's time to bring back the hobbies and get my life back in order. And although work does come first and my kitty does come first, I do think that doing a video maybe once a week or twice a month will be something that I can put time and effort into, and I think it's something that is going to be very successful in the end. There is a lot, a lot of things that I am not saying in this video, but I refuse to say them, and just because it's been an up and down battle between everything, and ooh, whoops. I don't think I need to share any of it, to be real honest. I think I'm going to keep it as minimum as possible and give you guys the update on new things that are going to be happening. And yes, I did cut my hair, and by now it would probably be down to my waist, but yeah, I got fed up and I cut my hair, and I'm going back to the salon to cut it again, and I think I'm going to cut it short once again, because it is winter and I am really up for a new hairdo for the new year. So I think that's what I might do tomorrow. Go get my hair cut and go get a new style, and maybe, just maybe, will I will film another video for this month and post it, and hopefully next week my car is working and up and certified and on the road, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, but there's no guarantee at this point. There's a lot of work that has to be done, and my dad is only one person, and he does work a full-time job to put a roof over my head, and I am thankful for that, and it's something that I am very grateful for. And my stepmom works too, but I am grateful for everyone who bought me my car, and it's something like, we went to go look at vehicles last weekend, and it's something that, like, I don't know what it was, but this car, like, it's just something that really caught my heart. And even though it's red, I really hope it was like blue or pink or purple even, but it's red and it's a hatchback and it's small and it's a sports car, and it's really cheap on gas and insurance, and yeah, so I think it's really something really fun to start with. Like, it's a starter's, beginner's car, and I didn't want to wait for my mom's car. Like, as bad as it sounds and impatient as I sound, I didn't want to wait, but they all came together. My four parents, so step parents and real parents, they all came together. My brother came in as well and helped pitch in towards getting me a car, and I've helped out towards like purchasing like getting it on the road. Basically, I'm paying for stuff like plates and stuff like that. I'm paying for some of that stuff, and there's a little bit of work that needs to be done. So I'm thankful for my dad for being a mechanic and being able to work on my car and get that done, so I don't have to pay a hefty, very hefty bill just to get it on the road. But in the end, it's so worth it, and I'm so excited because I get to drive, and Millie over there will be able to go for drives with me, and I think it's just going to be a good year to 2020, and I just have a good feeling about 2020. Like, I don't know, I just have a good feeling, and I feel like new things are about to start, and some things I can't share at the moment, but I am excited for it, and I think you guys will be excited for it too. So stay tuned, and I will see you guys in more videos when I have some free time to make a video and sit down and chat. I love you guys. I will see you guys in a new video next time. Bye!